Hey Michael, this is Zach McBride from Jones Buick GMC here. Just wanted to shoot you a quick video. I know we picked out this Acadia here, but pictures on the internet don't really do it justice. Videos help a little bit, but obviously seeing it in person is a lot better. Now this is the 2020 Acadia right here. You have your LED daytime running lights right there. I'm sure you'll love them. You have your normal LED lights right there. You have your fog lights kind of right there too. And the chrome with this color, it's perfect. It really stands out, and it helps the color stand out too while we're looking at it here. Right here you have your TPC tech rated tires. They are the difference between a custom tailored suit and a suit off the rack. They help with the performance, the handling, and the smooth ride of the vehicle. Plus, to your benefit here, they last a little bit longer than normal tires do, so that is definitely a positive right there. Now come right over here. You might be able to see it here. A little difficult to tell. Let's see if I can get a good angle at it. There we go. That is blindside alert right there. So if you're trying to pass in a lane here, it'll let you know, hey, someone's on the other side, don't pass. Come right over here. Again, I really love this color. Let's see if it has the open lift gate, so with the foot, there we go. You do have to stand back a little bit to let it, really go. Right there. And now, with the back here, you do have the mats. You just lift on these little levers, and voila, it sits flat. It's very nice, very easy here. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. It's a little difficult, but right here too, I'll show you. Now the front seat's up, but you can even drop the second ones from back here. So if you don't have kids with you or anything like that, or passengers, and you have a lot of stuff that you need to pull, you can put both seats down and utilize the space to the maximum effect. Plus you have some plugins back here too. Right there you can see one right there too. Now come along on the side here. Now this one's a little bit tricky part right here. See, when it flashes right there, you stand back so it doesn't hit you on the head, and you can close it. Now typically when it has that feature, it is programmable tailgate too, so I can set it to whatever height I want it to. So if I have a garage that has a low ceiling and it's too tall for it, I could set it so it doesn't hit the ceiling, making it even better. Now come right on over here. Capless fuel entry. Say if you're at Sheetz or Wawa, typically if you have food in your hand, you could just bop, bada boom, bada bing, not have to worry about cap getting your hand dirty and anything like that. Now one more thing before I forget, keyless entry right here. So if I obviously have the key on me, I'll be able to lock it, unlock it. Typically I've found it's best, and I have this on my truck, I've found it's best that if I'm at like a Giant, it's late at night, or a Sheetz late at night, I want to be kind of inconspicuous, I can just do it without having to fumble through my pocket. Also, it's nice too when it's the winter time and it's snowy and I have gloves on my hand, I can just go right up to that. I'm sure that's also another benefit that you can see yourself using here. Now I will see you in the vehicle. Alrighty, welcome back to that quick transition here. Now before we get started, you can notice a lot of space in here. They're very spacious, as well as the two sunroofs too. And I'll pop this one open for you here, and gorgeous view out of the sunroof. Now come right on here, something I didn't show you outside is the all-weather floor liners for front, back here, and go all the way back. Very, very nice here, less to clean up essentially. Now start on here. So I was talking about that programmable tailgate, and this right here, you kind of, there we go. There you go. So you can set it to max or 3/4, but if you set it to 3/4, you go back there and there's a button on the tailgate. You just hold that button. It'll bing at you, and then you're good. Now, as you can see right here, Bose premium speakers. That's something that you typically find in a Denali, but you can find them in an SLT, as this one, as for example here, making it very nice. The audio sound, you will never be disappointed with that. Now starting right here, you have a good deep dish of space right there. You have some good space right there too, as well as lug nuts for wheel locks, so no one can steal your vehicle without the specific, or your tires without the specific key. Come right here, heated seats for you and your passenger. 2-wheel drive versus all-wheel drive, a sport mode, and an off-road mode. Sport mode typically holds the RPMs higher, tightens the steering as well, and a little bit on the suspension, giving you a little bit more oomph to the vehicle. Now your gear shifters are right here. Where I've found this is really, really helpful is, yeah, you can put it in drive and reverse and neutral, but when you're driving, if you have your foot on the brake or something, and you have like a little kid, for example, and if the little kid were to do this, it wouldn't shift into like reverse, so it would kill your transmission, but it won't do that. And then this is kind of where you can turn it into like a more of a manual mode here. Go with the up and downs to shift gears. Yeah, I know, car, I know. Now, you also have dual zone climate control, so you can have it warm and she can have it as cold or as warm as she wants it to. Your AC, and pretty self-explanatory stuff here. Now, this is the bread and butter of the vehicle right here. This is kind of the everyday thing you're going to be using with this, apart aside from actually driving the vehicle here. So you have your audio, FM, AM, Sirius XM radio. With the purchase of this vehicle, you will be receiving 3 months free trial of Sirius XM, so you can play with it, and you could set specifics that you like up here, and I've found you can set as many as you want to where it won't ever run out. And you can also change like the bass, and all the other stuff with the Bose speakers too. Come right here, your phone. So it's Bluetooth capable. Very easy to set up, very self-explanatory. When you get here, I'd be able to show you how to set it up, and I'd do it for you. That way it's just nice and easy for you. I'll come right here, your navigation, built-in navigation, which the SD card is actually right here, just wasn't pushed in. So there we go. Let's see if it works now. I mean, it should work. It just might take a little bit to load up here. But while that's loading, we'll focus on some other things here. Your cruise controls right here. Very nice to use. You can use audio in the car. Typically, I've found if you have your phone paired, it's a little bit easier to use the Siri on your phone, but the audio is still good and it'll still pick it up very cleanly. Now, come right here, this little nifty thing, and I'm just moving with this. There you go. So, come right up here, speed, and it'll tell you that white box right there. It's kind of hard to tell. It will tell you the speed of, whatever road you're on, too. So that's nice. Sadly, doesn't give you an excuse if you get pulled over anymore. If the cop sees it, you're kind of SOL right there. But here's your trip A, trip B, fuel information, oil life, tire pressure, air filter life, fuel economy, timer, battery voltage, tell you kind of what gear you're in, on a blank page really. And there's some more settings. You can go into your music, change it from there. And kind of go on to navigation, tells you where you're at, what direction you're going, and your phone. But back over here, the SD card has finally gotten working again. So you can hit this little home button here and set up your home address, your work address. Typically, if you go out for a road trip or something, you can just click that little blue icon right there, hit the home, and voila, nice and easy. You don't have to fidget with it, type in all the numbers again. Now, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, depending on the phone, this is where it gets pretty interesting technology-wise. So there's plugins right here. You would have to plug in your phone. Apple, it's very easy. You just plug in your phone, you're good to go. You hit that Apple CarPlay, and that screen will turn into your phone. Now, the Android Auto, same thing. It's just you have to have the app on your Android for it to work. But this will turn into your phone right here. You can use certain apps if they're able or eligible to be used on it, but it's a very nice thing right there. And right there, apps. Now this vehicle is Wi-Fi capable, so you can get things like news, weather, other things like that to really make this vehicle easier time if you travel long distance. And your sunroof controls, right there. So that is the Acadia. Thank you if you made it through the whole video. It's a lot to go over, but that's typically how these vehicles are. And especially in my case, a lot of times people spend a lot of money on them, and I want to make sure they know exactly what they're getting. Other than that, Michael, thank you and have a wonderful day. Bye.